I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
And we are going to be reviewing, by popular demand, an Avenged Sevenfold song. You guys have been extremely patient. You let other bands have a turn.
But now it's your day or night again.
Little corn. Now it's your day / night. And this is actually a continuation or like a prequel to the last song we did. The last Avenged Sevenfold song was Save Me.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the big homie, the Rev. Rest in peace, my man. Rock on wherever you are. But so that was for the Rev. He's a bandmate. He died. I'm pretty sure that Fiction is a song that was basically recorded. We're actually going to be able to hear the Rev on this song.
Oh.
He actually does some vocals on the song.
Okay.
And I have never heard the song before. I was just doing some historical research on it because I feel like there's a group of songs with Avenged Sevenfold that are around this issue, and I wanted to make sure we have the context so that we represent.
You can represent, right?
Right. So this is Fiction, and I'm pretty certain, if my research is right, correct me, A7 fans, that he died like 3 days after this recording.
Really?
So, one thing about you guys that I really hate is that you guys have some very emotional, heavy requests. So, I was going to do Modest Mouse, and that didn't work out. So, anyway, here we go. Avenged Sevenfold, Fiction. Here we go. Piano.
Rev did the drums.
Yeah, he actually did the drums here. So this is the last song that the Rev did here. Did you tell me to speak up?
Yeah. He's loud.
You don't like that editing, huh? I like about them is they're patient with the music. They don't feel the need to, in the first 15 seconds, to go into vocals.
Now I think I understand how this world can overcome a man.
That's both of them.
Singing? I think so.
We saw it through. In the end, I gave my life for you.
Yeah, that's both of them singing at the same time.
I wonder if he knew.
He must have.
Gave you all I had to give. Found a place for me to rest my head. While I may be out to find, heard this peace just on the other
Jeez.
side. Not that I can, or that I will, let it burn under my skin, let it
It sounds like otherworldly. Right?
Yeah. And like something's coming.
Left this life to set me free. Took a piece of you inside of me. All this hurt can finally fade. Promise me you'll never feel afraid. Not that I can, or that I will, let it burn under my skin, let it burn.
Let what burn?
I don't know yet.
hope it's worth it. Here on the highway, yeah.
That's him.
Know you'll find your own way when I'm not with you. So tell everybody, the ones who walk beside me, yeah. I hope you'll find your own way when I'm not with you tonight. I hope it's worth it. What's left behind me, yeah. I know you'll find your own way when I'm not with you. So tell everybody, the ones who walk beside me, yeah. I know you'll find your own way when I'm not with you tonight.
Nope. I don't like that one. I don't understand. He it sounds like he knew, and it sounds like they knew what was coming.
Well, why don't you like it?
Well, that bothers me because it's that whole thing that we were talking about, like where, you replay the last things the person said or what you said to them, and what if I would have done this differently? Would things have been different and stuff like that? So I mean, I can't comprehend. Like, doesn't it sound like the band members know, like, this is a whole plan? Like,
well, no, I mean, I think he wrote that stuff.
Yeah, but wouldn't that have triggered them to say, wait a minute, what do you mean what?
Well, he had a condition. He had a heart condition. He had like an enlarged heart.
Yeah.
From what I'm getting in my research, he had an enlarged heart. So I think there is always a specter of like a premature death hanging over him. You know what I mean? Because he had this condition.
Yeah.
They didn't know that it was going to be 3 days later. You see what I'm saying?
Can you imagine what they would feel like if they didn't know that's what he meant?
I don't even know how you could get through that song. I don't know how these guys get through any of this song. I mean, I don't like it either in the sense of because, these sudden types of deaths are in my family. It's tough. But as far as a work of art and as far as a guy who's facing his own mortality,
yeah,
I think that's an incredibly brave thing to do.
I think it makes me too sad to be able to appreciate it.
Yeah, I get it. But I think it's, from what I know, and I don't want to speculate, but from what I've known, there's some sort of like, did he OD on purpose because it was just too painful? He had an enlarged heart. It was a pretty painful situation. Or was it just, he was in a lot of pain. So there's a big question mark about how he died. But I do know, I've read so many stories about people who, they just get the sense that it's over.
Yeah, no, that's true. I've heard that too.
And it's not that they're doing anything intentional. It's just they know that it's over. And for him to be able to, at whatever it was, intentional or not, he had the sense that he wanted to go out and do this. And I don't even know if it's like a goodbye to his friends in the band.
Well, he told them, like, you're going to find your way.
It was like more
hopeful sort of in that part.
Yeah, and you guys are going to find your own way. And he's like, basically, don't worry about me because I've heard there's peace on the other side. And so then when you hear the other song, the Save Me song, the singers in the band are asking for guidance from him from the other side, type of thing. Mm-hmm. To be able to do that for your friends is, it's a beautiful thing at some level as an artist. I'm just thinking about people that the last conversation I had with certain members of my family, and there was one particular person where basically we had a discussion like that, and I knew that was the last discussion I was ever going to have with her. Like, I knew it. And so, yeah, and it makes me question. It makes you question, like, okay, like, when it's time for you to go, like, and even in the Bible, like, there's people that know when it's time they're going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Like Peter or Paul, like, the time for my departure is here. It's time for me to go. And he says goodbye to his friend Timothy. But he's a writer, so he does it he writes it in a letter. And he says, "Goodbye, Timothy. I've fought the good fight. I finished the race. It's over." Right? So this guy's a musician, so he's not going to write a letter, but he does it. He does it this way. And, you just hope that because all these rock stars, they're all tormented, So just me knowing the character of God and how merciful he is, just hoping that the guy finally did find that peace that everybody's looking for. When these guys write this song, everybody's going toward the same thing. Everybody wants happiness and peace. Even when they're screaming and miserable, they're doing it because they're trying to get to some place of that type of peace. So it's not a song that, like, I would like in the sense of, oh, I like this song. But when I look at the historical context of what this band went through, and then when I think about how much Avenged Sevenfold fans love this band, like, every fans love their band, but in the few short weeks we've been doing this, Avenged Sevenfold fans have just been...
Yeah.
So it's almost like he knew that he couldn't leave without saying goodbye to these people.
Wow.
Like he couldn't just go out like that without...
That's crazy.
Giving them some sort of solace. It's going to be peaceful where I am, and I hope you find your way. And we talk about all the people that walked beside him, which of course would be his close friends and his bandmates, but there's a sense in which all their fans were like that, Like, to this day, that they're very... they love him, and they love the people in the band. So, anyway,
on a lighter note, my dad hates it when anybody says they must have known they were gonna go. He always says, "Listen, guys, when I die," he's like, "don't ever say he knew it. He knew he was gonna die." He's like, "I didn't know. I never knew." So, shout out to my dad.
yeah. And then it brings up the question, like, would you want to know? And, I would want to know.
It depends on how I was going to go.
And I just think that, like I said, I think there's an unseen world, and I think that and I think that it's important to be able to know that so that you can not really prepare yourself to die, but prepare your friends for a world without you. When he was talking about, like, promise you won't be afraid.
Yeah.
Because I'd be afraid to be in a world without you. So, anyway. All right, guys. You people are terrible people. But you know what? Before we go, I want to say that I'm glad that you guys decided to share this group of songs with us, because it's obviously very important to y'all, and you guys are important to us. So, thank you for that. I feel that it would be lowering the holiness of this song to even rate it.
I was just thinking, I'm not rating it. I don't know what you're doing.
So I'm not going to rate it. I'm just going to put it as this is a piece of art from a guy who loved his friends and loved his fans and was loved deeply by his friends and his fans. And so there you go. Love the people that are in your life. Mm-hmm. I think that's a lesson in all of this. All right, guys. Vin out.
Sori out.
Love y'all. Is that how you do it?
Mm-hmm.
Do they have one of those? Look out for the brown one.
Yeah.
Of these.
Brown is Vin. White is Sori.
Why did you even have to explain it? I think they know. We're out of here.